And although we stopped, the carriages did not. Kept rolling and rolling and going and going and going. Welcome back to Grandpa Playing Games. Well, it's been a while, but I'll be explaining why as we go through this particular Derail Valley adventure. In the meantime, as you can see on the screen, our finances are in a desperate all-time low. We've got $84.90, but the good news is we have no outstanding fees. Let's just go across to the career manager and make sure that is in actual fact the case. Yep, so there's no fees here. Since last time, I've been working on the new version of DV Replay, version 2.0, which has got a whole host of new and wonderful features which I'll be telling you about later on. But in the course of all of that, our finances have declined a lot. So what we're going to do is to take a quick money trip now. We're going to try to take this logistical haul, CWLH02, from City West, where we currently are, to the goods factory and town. If we're able to achieve it within 79 minutes, we'll be getting a bonus payout as well. So that should enable us to get around about 18,000 before expenses. So, as usual, let's just set up. CWLH02 is the consist that we're looking for. I happen to know where that is. And we're going to fly over here into the service shed. And we'll head over here. And we can see conveniently that CWLH02 is this set of cars lined up here. And fortunately, we also have a DH4 Locomotive that is well and truly capable of hauling it, lined up right next to it. So let's get this set up. We'll get the DH4 coupled to the carriages before we accept the job, and that'll maximize our available bonus. Okay, that's up the electrical box. Make sure everything's connected. Start our engine. Turn off the handbrake. Just have a quick look, make sure all of our consumables are ample. And we've got quite a lot of fuel, oil and sand on board. So I think we're good to go. Okay, we need to move the brake pipe valve down so we can get going, and we are going to move on off and couple up to these other carriages. Okay, going to change these points across, reverse our direction of travel, handbrakes off. And let's head on over and couple up to our carriage. Okay, a little bit further. And a little bit faster, otherwise we'll never get there. Okay, very good. Let's jump out, couple up. Button up the chain. Connect the air hoses. And open up the valves. Essentially, we're good to go. However, we still do have the handbrake on one of the carriages. Go and check which one it is. With luck, it's the first one here. And of course it's not, so that means it's probably going to be the one at the far end. So let's zoom over to there. Fairly lengthy train, as you can see. Usually the last carriage will be the one that has the handbrake applied. Seems to be the case. Back to our engine. All of these preparations are, there's not a great deal of haste needed since we haven't actually started the job. Okay, let's just jump into the cab and make sure there's no more brake warning lights. So the brake pipe light, which was flashing, is now extinguished. That means essentially we're good to go. So we're going to, I think, probably at this stage, make sure we don't consume any more fuel. And to hop on out. And we're going to set ourselves up for the trip ahead. Let's grab the route map. Let's make sure that we've got our carriages set correctly. The carriages. Our points set correctly. So we'll be coming out of here. We'll be needing to make sure this one is pointed to the left. This one is pointed to the right. This one to the left. This one to the right. And that's it as far as the main switches are concerned. But we should also check the point settings for these two intervening destinations. So, go to our station map. Let's look at FM firstly. So we want to make sure that as we travel through, we're going to be going straight through without any deviations. So that's set to the left, that's good, but let's have a look here at B to make sure that we're going through a thoroughfare. So this should be set to the right, it is. This should be set to the left, it is. Should be, doesn't really matter, these ones. We're travelling in this direction. Okay, the next one that we need to check is Steel Mill, SM. Go to the station map again. Go across to the steel mill. We'll be heading straight through B and straight through, so let's check B and make sure it's okay. So we need to be to the right, which we are, and to the left, which we're not. So we would have had a problem had we have gone across here. We need to go through the middle tracks there. So let's have a quick look at where we're headed. We're going to be coming out of here, and rather than going to the right to the turntable, we need to set these points across here, and then we need to be going to the right, and we'll be headed out along this track here, which is headed to the west. Okay. Go back to station building, where we'll accept the job, and then we'll get underway after we've set up a couple more points. Make sure we have a trouble-free journey. So now we're going to get our job card into the validator. I think we're pretty much good to go. So, head to our train and head on off. Okay. Starting up. Brakes are off. Brake pipe light is off. Points are already preset. We'll let everybody know that we're on our way. The brakes are off. Make sure we're in gear. Engage forward gear and off we go. It's only a light train, this one, so I think we'll be A-OK. It's only about 99 tonnes. Lot less than the amount of time required to achieve the bonus payment. haven't managed to clear out of Central West. Now we just have to concentrate on watching our speeds. So we don't derail. Here, it's a tricky little section. Get it down from an 80 kilometre an hour speed limit to a 30 kilometre an hour speed limit very, very quickly. It's caught me out more than once. Cleared that section. It'd be pretty right, I think, to open up the throttle. Another thing you have to be careful of in the DH4 is that you don't overheat the oil temperature there. It goes into the yellow, you get a buzzing and a red warning light. Basically just means you need to back off the throttle for a little bit, allowing the engine to cool down before again increasing your speed and revolution. The DH4 is one of the easier locomotives, I think, to drive in Derail Valley. As we go through here and we see all these looming tanker cars, I think we can be grateful that we preset all of our points to give us a clear pathway through. So far, smooth sailing, and that's exactly what we need. We have to get every dollar we can out of this journey. So the reason that we've been so delayed in producing more Derail Valley videos is I've been hard to work on Derail Valley's DV Replay version 2.0. DV Replay, for those of you that don't know, is a free mod that we've created that allows you to replay your greatest moments or greatest failures within Derail Valley at Win, and has a large number of fantastic features that makes your gameplay much more enjoyable. Over the next week or two, I'll be releasing a series of videos showing all of the new features and bug fixes to DV Replay. But if you love Derail Valley, you're definitely going to want to get DV Replay version 2.0. We're immensely proud of it and excited to be able to bring it to you. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, Let's put the pedal to the metal, as they say, and get this load delivered as quickly as we can. Again, extremely grateful that we've been able to set our points in advance. There's been quite a few times where I've forgotten to do so, and the trip has ended in tragedy. Nice, easy driving in the DH4. So if ever you just feel like a relaxing and comfortable journey through Derail Valley, get yourself the DH4 license. Really worthwhile. One of the many things, though, that we'll be showing you throughout the course of this year is how to drive a lot of the new steam locomotives that are coming out. Those of you who keep an eye on the various mods will be aware that there's been a whole bunch of new locomotives been coming out recently, and we'll be showing you tips and tricks and techniques on how to get them going in your Derail Valley installation as well. So of course, in recent months, there's been a couple of new train sims that have been coming out, or new versions of existing train sims that are quite well known. But one of the things I'll say about Derail Valley is, for me, it never gets old. It's a really scenic sort of simulator to be going through. It can be as challenging or as easygoing as you choose it to be. Now, I know the developers for Derail Valley are hard at work, working on the next version, but it's going to be quite a while before it comes to us. In the meantime, enhancing your existing Derail Valley with a variety of different mods is certainly a way of not only enhancing your Derail Valley experience, but also bringing extra value to your game. So if you haven't explored many of the mods that are available, I encourage you to do so. Of course, we have a video on how to do that safely without corrupting your main Derail Valley installations. Choose to do it that way. slow down here a little bit. So yeah, check out the playlist for our Derail Valley videos. Should you wish to find out more information about how to install mods safely. Let's have a quick look at the map. See how we're progressing. Yeah, we're getting very close to the goods factory now. Throughout 2026, we have some pretty exciting content that we're looking at bringing to you. So do please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. That way you'll always be notified when we do release a new video. And of course, when we release any new mods or enhancements to Derail Valley, or perhaps the other sims that we'll be exploring further throughout this year, such as Flight Simulator 2024. Now, of course, if you're new to Derail Valley, there'll be a bit of information that's handy to you as well, how you can minimise your maintenance costs, best licenses to buy in the beginning, and of course, in our career, we have not managed to achieve all of the licenses that we want to achieve as well. So you'll be able to follow along with us as we progress and not only get to acquire a new license for new locomotives to drive, but also for many of the other enhanced features that are available in later versions of the Derail Valley. Okay, here we are at the goods factory. Going to pass through the station and run around the back to the various sidings that are there. Drop our wagons off at D1. And get payment. Here we go. So D1 is the siding all the way to the left. Hopefully it's unoccupied, but it looks like that's not the case. So I guess we're going to have to do a little bit of trickery here. We're not going to be able to go far enough into this siding to drop off our carriages and get payment till we move these ones out of the way. Have a quick look and see what we're up against. Just 3 oil tankers. They seem to have handbrakes applied, so ensure that we don't incur a great deal of cost in repairing them, wearing their brakes out. Go and turn them off. Interestingly, so far I don't see any of them with the handbrakes on, so I'm not quite sure why we're getting the squeaking of wheels or brakes. Ah, this one's on. So we'll turn it off and we'll give it a little bit of a shove. Let's have a quick look and see. We don't have much, maybe about 1, 2, 3, 4 carriage lengths fit inside here. Off. There we have a green carriage, a blue carriage and another green carriage. It's 3 carriage lengths. We're going to slowly push forward. Okay, that's 3 carriage lengths. I think we can probably go almost to the end here. Don't want to go too far because we don't want to block off else. That on, and of course now we've created a problem for ourselves further down the track, but never mind. That's for the time being. Uh-oh, we're running away. That's for the time being. Apply the handbrake here and go and get our payment. After that we can worry about those cars. Handbrake is on. Let's try and find the station building. There's the station. There it is. Flashing green light is a great deal of help. Find where the station office is. We'll go inside, get our job card out, put it into the validator, and yeah, we got our payment. Now let's have a look. Bonus time was 79 minutes. We completed the job in 23 minutes, so that's not bad going at all. The amount of money that we received was 19,005, including our bonus. Let's add that. Our wallet. Check our fees while we're at it. Make sure that we haven't got too much. So we do need to pay 5,000 for things like fuel, etc. on our locomotive. But we can actually reduce the cost of that by taking it for an annual service. Let's go and fix up our mess quickly. Where are those carriages? Oh. Uh-oh. Those carriages have really run away on us. Have a look and see what's happened. So we started pushing them. And I think round about here we decided we'd entered the siding far enough in order to get our payment. So we started applying our brakes. And although we stopped, the carriages did not. Kept rolling and rolling and going and going and going. Okay, so let's go and retrieve them. First thing we need to do is to uncouple from our carriages. Let's loosen off the chain. And off. Air brake valves released and air hose disconnected. Okay, we're going to go, and I think we need to just basically push these up and around and in front of one of the other trains. So, handbrake off. Now, one thing we do need to be careful of here is I forgot to reapply the brake on the carriages. So let's see if I can't jump out and do that or sweep up. Okay. And of course I've hit it hard, probably incurred some damage in the process. Hey, okay, have a quick look. It still says 100% okay here. And let's look at the plate here. 100% means no damage there either. So if there is some, it won't be very expensive. Creep up to by now, so we can couple up to him. All this to save a few bucks, but never mind, needs to be done. Okay. This one up. Hey, that brake off now. And we'll run around, I think. But we need to, let's see, we need to go back a little bit. Change this point to straight ahead. That one there. Oops. Okay. Cooking with gas. Now we just need to find a siding that can accommodate 3 carriages. I think this one over here is looking pretty good actually. Yeah, we'll put it in there. No problem. Yeah. Far enough. If we can't. Yeah. Okay, so we just need to turn this one to the right and the next one to the left. Drop those 3 carriages off and then we'll run our Loco along here to the service depot, service it manually. That'll save a bit of money. Then we'll go and clear our fee. Okay. We'll try not to clang too hard into the other carriages. So many times I've incurred heaps and heaps and heaps of damages trying to save a few extra dollars. But that's the way it goes in Derail Valley. All we got to do is get these far enough away so that they're not going to be causing any problems. Over here is a DH4 Locomotive. That's definitely on our must-buy list. Something that we're going to achieve in 2026, as well as museum, restoration vehicles, and other fun stuff. Hey, good job. Jump out. Going to set the handbrake on this. Uncouple as it starts to rain. Head off in this direction. This set of points here, stop and go backwards. Okay. I suppose I should be using the horn to alert people of the danger and that sort of thing, but Derail Valley is dangerous. Okay, these points are set correctly. Our service centre is just around the corner here. Go to the left, into the service shed. And we need to stop just where the yellow and black diagonal striped markers are. Be fine. And so that we stop burning fuel, etc., we'll hop back into the cab. Wow, it's so bright. Gosh. Turn that off. Apply the handbrake because we're not going to go any further. And let's look at servicing. So, we need to have go over the other side. The rain beats down. Let's grab our fuel hose, pack it into there, fill up with diesel fuel. Okay, so that's $1,221 worth of fuel. Back it to there, and we'll check other things like the oil, etc. So the powertrain has a bit of damage. See there, it's at 97.6 health, $866 to fill that up. Wheels also need a little bit of attention. 337 there. Body is at 100%. Oil, we're going to need some of that. $261 we didn't use. So everything should be okay. We're going to go and see how much that's going to cost. $2,800. Get out our wallet and pay that. Okay, there's our receipt. So let's go along to the station building one more time, the station office, and just confirm. Why do I always lose this? Over here. Just confirm that we've got no more fees to pay. I always like to leave things clean if I can. Please. Okay, so that must be that tanker car. $72.76. Let's pay that. And we have no fees left. So, at the end of the day, we've finished up with $16,206. So, No, it wasn't a very exciting journey this time around, but at least it was smooth running. Thank you for joining us for the trip. Do remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you in our next video, which is going to be all about DV Replay version 2.0, free mod that will enhance your Derail Valley experience, available exclusively from Grandpa Playing Game. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.